I was just posting some videos of a snail that I was filming. I thought it was a very beautiful snail. It had a very beautiful shell. Um, and it just reminded me of, yeah, nature's rhythm. I don't feel nature is always super slow and super, yeah, I don't think it's always taking its time the way that a snail does. Of course, you have different rhythms, you have birds, you have lions, you have all the different life forms on this planet, and and in the entire existence, who knows if there is other things out there, possibly, um, but just to be reminded of um, yeah, what is nature's rhythm, and I feel maybe most of the other life forms on this planet kind of know clearly what is their rhythm, and they understand that, and they follow that, and they're in alignment with that. But I'm not so sure about the human being. um, yeah, and I actually don't know the answer as to what is a human being's rhythm. I feel maybe that is maybe the biggest difference between the human being and most other species, is that maybe most other species have a similar rhythm. If we think of whether it is the ape, or whether it is the worm, or whether it is a fish, or whether it is a whale, or a tiger, or an elephant, or a dog, or there's so many, right? I could get lost in that. I mean, or yeah, even coming to plants or flowers, everything has their own unique rhythm. And yeah, I guess I feel most of nature probably understands what that rhythm is for them. And I feel maybe for human beings it is kind of unique to each individual. I feel every one of us has our rhythm, but I do feel a lot of the time, at least this is from what I observe, that we are maybe not in alignment with that. And I might be wrong, but I feel like there's a certain harmony that you notice in nature when everything is in alignment with its natural flow, with its natural rhythm, with its natural, with nature's natural rhythm that it flows with. And I wouldn't say that human beings are necessarily the most harmonious of species on this planet. But who am I to judge as well, right? Everyone is on their own unique journey, and yeah, and that's something I also wish to respect. And that if that means that a certain level of perceived chaos or unruliness may appear in that for some people, then yeah, maybe that is part of that person's journey. I mean, I definitely know I'm still very much discovering my own rhythm. I definitely still feel very trapped in many ways by old ways of being that do not feel in alignment with me anymore. And even though there is a knowing in that in me, it still feels incredibly difficult to step out of that. Maybe even the very fact that I say that is also creating that difficulty. But I know that there is in me something that wants to step out of that, that wants to go beyond the way of being that I am experiencing up until now. And yeah, I'm fully aware that one needs to first be in full acceptance as well of where one is, right? That, that you can be fully okay with you as you are, that there isn't actually anything to fix, that everything is completely okay. And that's the paradox, is that, we have all these issues and everything that we perceive in us, whatever it may be, external or internal issues that we may experience in our lives. And the paradox is that when we become okay with these issues, then the issues cease to become issues, and then sort of open up new doors for the kind of life that truly is in alignment for us. Yeah. Bless you. Love you.